Today marks 40 days of the partial government shutdown as lawmakers bicker over details in the most recently proposed DHS funding bill, all while Americans worry over whether they'll even make it to their flights on time, and TSA agents going another week potentially without pay. Later on this morning, a congressional hearing will assess how the shutdown has left Americans vulnerable to security breaches, especially at airports. Mississippi Republican Congressman Michael Guest sits on the Homeland Security Committee and will be at today's hearing. He's also the chairman of the subcommittee on border security and enforcement. Congress, good morning to you, sir. Thank you for your time.
Good morning. Thanks for having me on today.
So just for starters, I'm curious, why is this hearing just happening now, 40 days in?
You know, this is actually the second hearing that we've had. These are different agencies that we brought in. We had one at the beginning of the shutdown. It takes time to coordinate with agency heads. So today we have the heads of TSA, the heads of FEMA, the heads of the United States Coast Guard, and CISA all coming in to testify before the committee. They're going to testify about how this second government shutdown since last fall, how it is impacting their ability to keep Americans safe. So very important, very timely hearing for us to have so that we can help better educate the American public on the true impact that we're seeing across the Department of Homeland Security agencies. Again, 22 agencies, 260,000 employees, many of who will miss their second paycheck this Friday.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge deal. Many of them have had to, pivot elsewhere to provide for their families in this time. I want to hear about what you're most eager to hear from them in just a moment. But first, does even having this hearing indicate that Republicans and Democrats aren't any closer to striking a deal? Or am I wrong?
I was optimistic earlier in the week when I saw that Senate Republicans had reached out to their Democratic counterparts. Throughout this shutdown, we've seen that there have really been two main sticking points that Democrats have said they want to have these demands met, and if so, they would be willing to reopen the government. First, they wanted to see new leadership at DHS, and we saw several weeks ago President Trump replaced Kristi Noem with Markwayne Mullin. He was confirmed this weekend. So, again, a step in the right direction. And then Democrats also said that what they wanted to do is they wanted to separate ICE. They wanted to separate ICE funding from the rest of THS. That offer was presented to Chuck Schumer yesterday. Chuck Schumer has rejected that. And so this appears to me that the Democrats really don't care about opening up the Department of Homeland Security. The Democrats care about causing political pain to the American people.
What about?
And so I believe it is becoming, to me, very discouraging and very difficult to work with our Democratic counterparts on this issue.
Let me ask you the same question I asked Congressman Kustoff just a little bit earlier in the show, sir. And that is, I know that House Democrats have offered up a few different bills that would allow you to fund TSA, the Coast Guard, FEMA now, and then deal with the rest of it later. Why not solve this in chunks? Why are you not taking them up on that to get millions of travelers through these lines at airports across the country?
Well, that was exactly what the Senate Republicans offered Chuck Schumer yesterday. They said, hey, you have offered, there are bills out there. Instead of piecemealing this, let's open up every agency outside of ICE, which is the agency that you have the most concerns with. Let's open up all of those agencies, let these people get back to work, let these people get their paycheck, and then we will separate ICE, which has, again, been the contention of this entire battle. And we saw Chuck Schumer reject that. The Democrats have become the party of government shutdown. They shut the government down in the fall. They've shut the government down again, and they are refusing to negotiate in good faith. So Republicans are trying to do everything that we can to make sure that our TSA agents, that our CISA employees, that people at FEMA are getting the checks that they deserve. And at every turn, we're being met with a roadblock from Democratic opposition.
Congressman Guest, let me just ask you one more quick question before we run. How nervous are you and is the Republican Party about this shutdown on midterms later this year, 7 or 8 months away? At what point does this become a real election issue for your party? You're in power, so I'm wondering if you're worried that voters will hold you accountable for this.
I don't worry about it in terms of political impact. What I worry about is the travel delays and us seeing Americans having to wait 4 hours. Economic impact, this is already estimated to have cost $2.5 billion to the economy. And I'm worried that Americans are less safe today during this shutdown, in a time in which we have a conflict in the Middle East where we should be at a position of heightened security. We're not able to meet those demands because we have individuals who are not getting paid and are not able to come to work. And so I worry more about the safety of the American public. I worry about the travel delays. I worry about the impact on the economy. And I'm personally at least not concerned about any political implications that may come this fall.
Congressman Michael Guest, thank you for your time this morning, sir. I know you have a full plate, so we appreciate it.
Thank you again.
All right, let me take us to break right now. We'll be back with more Morning in America.